15 all.
And that's Rafter's safety valve, that high kicker out to the backhand of Sampras on the backhand side. Pete, just one hand on the racket. It's very hard to get over the ball and get anything on it. In that case, reverting to a chip. Very hard to chip the ball by Pat Rafter.
(30-15).
First string gone, perhaps. Breaks a lot of rackets.
He has his racket strung at around 30 kilos, particularly tight. He has a very fine gauge of natural gut. You can see he's just removing the vibration dampener, putting it in the new frame. And I think that string actually went at the knot. So much tension, he mishit the ball down where the racket was tied off. Snap. No chance of controlling the shot. Thoughtful serving, jamming Sampras straight at the chest.
Game wrapped up. New balls.
So both men serving very well.
Rafter leads 4-3.
And neither of them really collared the other man's serve as yet. So no break of serves. Rafter 4-3, first set. The great Tony Roach on the right there usually has something pleasant and pertinent to say. And on the left, Mark Waters, Muddy Waters, the Australians call him, fitness trainer. What a team. They have a terrific backup team, these top Australians. They're all quality people. And that is so sensible of Rafter to surround himself with this type of team.
The only one worrying thing is that John Fitzgerald, my old sparring partner, has slid his way into the box.
Oh, that's a problem. You're all so nice about each other, you guys.
You just never know what bad vibes are going on down there.
They seem very, very cool, both players. They're picking off their winning shots so coolly. Waiting to strike, both of them. Trouble for both is that they have such respect for the other man's volleying ability that they're just trying to go a bit too wide with these passing shots.
Let's 14-15.
At least his first serve percentage has rocketed up. Sampras, that is, from 9% at one stage. It's now at 33. 1/3 going in. Nowhere near enough yet. Rafter at 50%.
Throughout the tournament, the prevailing wind has been coming from behind the server as you look at Pete, and a lot of people have had trouble serving from this end. The wind tending to knock the ball toss down and players losing their margin. We saw it in the doubles final. Mark Knowles had a lot of trouble from this end. Cyril Sook had a lot of trouble from this end.
It was a great serve right into the body, jamming in.
It's kind of like two boxers just testing each other out at the moment. Both Sampras and Rafter going to the body a lot, particularly on the second serve. nobody has really had enough time or balance to do anything special off the return or passing shots.
Bit more tension now, 4-all. 4 games to go to a tiebreak.
15
When you serve wide to Pete's forehand, you're always taking a little bit of a risk that maybe he'll just time it sweetly and put one by you. But if you get a volley, then you get the option of dragging it out to his backhand side. And if you've got Pete on the run on the backhand, nowhere near as dangerous as if you've got him on the run on the forehand side. If Rafter is to serve to Pete's backhand and he does make a great return, well, then your only option is to volley to his forehand, and that's not always a good option.
15 all.
Which is why, on a second serve like that, Rafter would go to the forehand, trying to open up that backhand side.
Showed his remarkable speed around the court there, Sampras. Clever shot. First stop volley of the match. So still no breaks, and Rafter is ahead, 5-4. And Pete Sampras must come out and win his serve, or he's lost a set. Neither man so far receiving has made any impression on the opponent's serve. Let's see if the added tension of serving to stay in a set makes any difference. Sampras 4-5.
Love.
Well, Sampras was moving in very quickly. You can see he had to put the brakes on there, cutting the slice backhand a little too fine.
13-15.
Well, that's a pretty adequate response, isn't it? 132.
Well, we've seen very few quality passes in the first 10 games because the first volleying of both players has been so good. Nobody's really had time to get set. Haven't had the chance to hold the ball, maybe send their opponent in one direction, pass the other. Always trying to pass on the run.
You spoke too soon, Wally. There is one.
Love 15.
On this occasion, you can see that Rafter gave him enough room. It was neither a high kicking serve out wide, nor was it in the body, just in the zone. And Sampras will eat that up. Just shows you how accurate you have to be. You can't afford to stray in line or length.
Fifteen all.
Pat Rafter is incredibly quick to get to the net after each serve.
Yes, both men move so quickly to the net, and that's another reason why the return isn't as effective. An ankle-high volley becomes knee-high. So these guys, a knee-high volley, waist-high, they just get in that extra step. Make life a lot easier for themselves.
Very efficient. Quite often, these two players have dropped the first point. Paul Lanniker making notes for the future.
6-5.
And Rafter is ahead now by 6-5. Ratio against Australian players of 56 wins to 7 losses, and only 2 players have beaten him twice. And guess who they are?
Rafter Philippoussis.
Yep.
I like it.
So, you know, he chews up Australians.
Well,
for
53 of those
breakfast,
wins were against me, so that's probably an irrelevant statistic.
Sampras serving to take us into the first set tiebreak.
Love 15.
Well, this is the end. We've seen it so often. Breeze at your back tends to knock the ball toss down. Invariably, players ducking their heads, dropping that left arm.
First bit of personal anger delivered by Rafter to himself. Come on, make it.
I think he was talking to me.
Well, just hard to know what to do about that. 114 miles an hour on the second serve.
Forty 15.